I wanted to make sure that it was known that, yeah, I was upset about how the contract went about, how the conversation went about, how the stalemate has persisted. But I also wanted to be known that, I love ball. I love the guys. Be able to come out here and watch practice and to be around the guys, even just to stretch and move around with them a little bit was so much fun, man. I enjoyed it, to the fullest.
Oh my goodness, was that a statement from Courtland Sutton to the Denver Broncos after mandatory minicamp practice 1 today. Courtland Sutton, of course, was at mandatory minicamp, as he told the DNVR Broncos podcast last week that he would be here. And Courtland Sutton, after practice, made it very well known. Just because I'm here doesn't mean I'm happy. He called this a stalemate between him and the Broncos wanting a new contract. He started off, though, by saying that he had surgery on his ankle with the Broncos and people the Broncos approved down in Florida. Then he stayed in Florida during OTAs, but then the contract stuff came out quickly after, where Courtland just wants to be paid according to him. He wants to be paid what he thinks his worth, and the Broncos and him are now in a stalemate. When he was asked if he contemplated coming to minicamp,
it was something that was conversed about. My team and I had conversations about it. Missing OTAs wasn't easy for me. I love ball. I love this game. I love the camaraderie that it brings with my teammates. I love seeing the pure joy on people's faces when they play it and when they watch it. And so for myself to not be able to, be around, and even if I was able to do rehab here and just be around, for me not being around, it was definitely a tough couple of months of not being able to be around with the guys and just just be around ball. And so it was definitely something that was considered. I'm not gonna say I wasn't a fan, but obviously I'm here, so that's the biggest thing.
When asked if he'll show up for training camp, he said, "We'll see." Wow, this storyline is not going anywhere anytime soon, but it was good to see number 14 back on the field at mandatory minicamp. But because it was his first practice of the offseason, Court only did a little bit. I believe caught 2 passes on individual drills. He didn't catch any passes from Bo Nix, Jarrett Stidham, or Zach Wilson, just from trainers that were on the field. But despite that, despite not the Broncos' number 1 receiver not being on the practice field, the quarterback still had a heck of a day today. 4 was the magic number. That's 4 incompletions for all 3 quarterbacks combined. That is very impressive. 2 from Zach Wilson, 1 from Bo Nix, 1 from Jarrett Stidham, and the key there was a lot of short passes, a lot of quick decisions, a lot of smart decisions, not putting the ball in harm's way. 4 incompletions in an entire practice from all 3 quarterbacks is very impressive. And the guy that got the start today, no surprise, Jarrett Stidham. He's been the first guy at the start of every single week. Today was the start of the week, and Sean has been so impressed with Jarrett Stidham in his second year with him.
He's doing well. Clearly, within the framework of what we're doing, he's much further along than in year 1 and in the transition. I'd say he's looked real sharp during this off-season program. Real decisive, and I think the leadership he's able to provide there, and there's good competition.
And it's not just the quarterbacks that were impressing today. In fact, Alex Singleton said because of the consistency with the offensive coordinator coming back, defensive coordinator coming back, same offensive playbook, same defensive playbook, same schemes all the way around. That doesn't happen often in Broncos country these past few years. But because that happened this year, because everyone's comfortable in the exact same scheme for a second year in a row, that guys are flying around faster right now than they were at any point last year.
It is night and day. The how comfortable I feel every day out here coming in. It's not, when it's a new scheme, you're still learning from square one, whether it's, the coach is just styling it, how, Coach E, we did a lot of stuff that he did last year, but not enough. And I think that's kind of what happened to us the first 5 weeks is we were trying to do one thing, they were trying to help us, and nothing meshed. Now we're out here, I think we're flying around at a pace, better than we did at any point last year because guys are comfortable. If, 80% of our guys have been in this system now 2 years, those other 20% just play at that level, and it's been faster, and I think it's going to continue to get faster and a lot more comfortable. It's been really nice.
It's been great to come back and have the same staff, same coaches, same familiar faces. It's been really awesome to have the same language, the same kind of plays, the same type of blocks I'm expected to do, where I can spend, the off season before this, process starts, knowing what's expected of me and, what the system actually is. So it's been great.